Hello everybody, welcome to the Fabulous Picture Show in this special screening of Little Soldier. Can we please welcome the filmmaker here? This is Annette K. Olsen and her leading lady, TRINE DYRHOLM. Annette, tell us about your film.
It's a film that I actually developed with TRINE from the beginning, and it's a film about saving or rescuing.
TRINE was the lady that you always wanted to play this part, wasn't she?
TRINE was, she was the character in our minds.
TRINE?
Yeah, I just want to say that we worked together before, so it was quite natural that we wanted to meet again. And I'm just looking very forward to talk about the movie with you afterwards.
Danish soldier Lotte returns from battle, traumatized, numb, and broke.
Kan du ikke låne mig nogle penge?
Instead of a loan, her father offers her a job with his escort service.
Okay, ladies.
Driving his girlfriend, Nigerian call girl, Lily.
Could you say hello?
They don't exactly hit it off.
I am not having a female driver.
But after sharing adventures and comparing emotional scars, they form a wary bond.
You did okay up there. You did okay, soldier.
Before filming started, British actor Lorna Brown, who plays Lily, spent time with women who'd been trafficked.
They think that they're coming to Europe to be beauticians or hairdressers, and then find that when they get here they owe a certain amount of money. Some of them were just like 21, you know, and in that short space of life had gone through things that I hope you and I never ever have to see.
Director Annette K. Olsen sees migration at the heart of the film.
The poverty of places like Africa is not just something you deal with by paying money for a humanitarian organization or by having a foreign policy. You know, you have to deal with it at your doorstep.
Du får lige dine penge igen.
The Little Soldier's not a simple tale of an exploited African rescued by a brave European.
The feeling, there's a melting, there's a tenderness that they both kind of allow each other to delve into.
It's okay.
I think in some ways she saves Lotte because I don't know that she's ever really opened up to anybody. She certainly doesn't with her father.
Du skal have en lille fest.
You told TRINE that you wanted to create a relationship that was like a relationship between a father and son. You must have thought you were auditioning for a male part for a few minutes.
Yeah, actually I can tell a story. To make it plausible that I could actually be a soldier, I worked a lot doing muscles, and I worked to be very masculine walking, and I also tried to learn how to hit, because usually I hit like this, and it's actually quite difficult to hit people, I think, and you have to just learn how to stare direct into the eyes and just...
Skal ikke kalde mig for en luder?
Luder?
We talked about this son and father relationship, that they cannot communicate, but the way they can communicate is to hit each other, and he's just like this all the time, and she's kind of trying to be his son.
We made rehearsals where we discovered that they didn't really know what to say to each other. These two
We did a lot of improv.
We did a lot of improv.
And we didn't say anything
And
at
then
all.
suddenly you just started fighting, and that worked.
Kan du så høre, hvad din gamle far siger? Kom så her. Stærk dig nu! Nu gør du fandme som din gamle far, han...
At one point at the shooting, Annette, she was saying in the walkie-talkie, "Lorna, you look just like Naomi Campbell, and TRINE, you look like Robert De Niro." And I was like, "Oh, is that really good, or is it not?" I mean,
He wants 2 hours. Jesus. I don't think so. He's Swedish.
As part of developing this character, they interviewed a real female soldier, and even your own, perhaps, perceptions were challenged when you opened the door. What did you find?
There was this beautiful, stunningly actually beautiful woman with long blonde hair. And she was a leader of a group in Iraq.
A leader of men.
Yeah, a leader of men. And she taught herself to do push-ups in one arm. She'd been for many years living in a reality where she had to beat the men all the time in order to have respect. But it was very, very interesting to talk to this woman, also because she, of course, had, the longing of a boyfriend. And it was difficult for her because she had this body. She was carrying around this body of a bulldog.
Den er til dig. Det er en geranie.
Altså, de plejer at gå ud for mig, jeg er ikke så...
I was just going to ask the director, what inspired you to co-write the film and to direct it?
We had this idea about making a gangster film, actually. At the same time, I started noticing that in the paper we started getting stories about the soldiers coming back and freaking out. Soldiers that we don't deal with in Denmark. We deal with their coffins, but we don't deal with the live soldiers coming back.
Og det er der ingen, der er uenige, for det har FN's Sikkerhedsråd selv besluttet enstemmigt. Det er altså lagt åbent frem, så der er ikke noget at komme efter.
Det sagde den danske statsminister i 2003, da kritikken om Danmarks deltagelse i Irak-krigen var...
As you might know, Denmark went into Afghanistan and Iraq, and it was very controversial in Denmark because, from my understanding, Denmark is not supposed to go into war as an attacker. If they do go into war as an attacker, it has to be ratified by the UN. And in this case, it wasn't. So it's been very controversial going to war, and it's been very controversial coming back.
Can you talk a bit more about Lily and what were her emotions? Is it that she's so used to her life now that she's actually enjoying it, or she just doesn't know how to go back to the life she had before?
You have to come with me to the next one. After I go to post office and send this.
Send it?
For my daughter. You think I'm here for laughs?
Well, she doesn't want to go back to the life she had before because she's got nothing to live from in Nigeria but continue what she's done in Europe for less money, and also being judged very harshly by the community, which is Nigerian society is very Christian.
We call her Bless, but her name is Blessing.
Look.
My mother has no work. My father is dead. I make the money.
The women I met, Nigerian women who work in Copenhagen as prostitutes, they look at themselves as business women. They went out to the world to rescue their families.
I do well. She has good food and good clothes. She can go to boarding school and be somebody. I am a good mother.
Even though she doesn't see herself as a victim, that doesn't absolve us of the responsibility to try and help somebody like that, though, does it? And that this raises a larger question of our responsibilities to help people in developing countries.
Of course, the conclusion is not, that we should just let all the Nigerian or African women come to the Western societies and work as prostitutes, then they'll all be happy. That's not the answer. And we're not trying to answer this because it's so big.
Who is this? I was shot.
The bedroom scene where you see the bullet mark and then you obviously go away from it again. You don't reveal any more. And I just wondered if that was obviously a decision you made.
I made a mistake.
I think as a director, it's much more interesting to work with the imagination of the audience than to give all the right answers. I like to ask questions more than answer.
I like when you don't know exactly what the character thinks, and you are curious what is going on this in this mind.
Yeah, I think the power of the acting is what carries everything. It's tremendous.
I agree. She was tremendous, right? Come on. Can we please thank Annette K. Olsen, TRINE DYRHOLM.
Det her, det er hjemmebag.
Nu kan hun også bage.
Det er sgu da mig, der har bagt det. Hun kan gå en rocksurfer, ikke med røven.
Well, that's it for this fabulous picture show, and let's finish the show by embracing our feminine side. So thank you so much for coming. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And thank you for having us.
No, it's been a pleasure. I hope you come back.
Join us on the next fabulous picture show.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the film and why?
The film shocked me. I give them 10.
It leaves a lot to the imagination, but it's got a lot in it.
Anyone can relate to this movie, basically. It could be a guy or a girl.
It is deeply, deeply depressing, but very good.